Well, here we are. We're out hunting the Alberta mule deer. This is a very healthy area, healthy population of mule deer, and it's just great to see. I haven't seen this type of population. I mean, I grew up in southern Alberta. Y'all seen my hometown hunt with Helgi. You know, I'm used to seeing a lot of deer, but this is a lot of deer with high quality, lots of bone up top.
Live on the edge, 'cause brother, win or lose, it's all in what you do with the chance you're given. Yeah, through the wind and rain, you feel your heart pounding. You got one shot, what you got? Tell me what's it gonna be? You gotta make the most of this opportunity. If others fail, make sure you succeed. On the edge.
The Edge is brought to you by Browning, Vortex, Cabela's, Hornady, Jimbo's and Black Gold, Stealth Cam, Walker's Game Ear, Outdoor Edge, High Mountain Seasonings, Plano, Tenzing, Gold Tip Arrows, Driving Force, Prime Bows, G5 Broadheads, Grizz Targets, Hawk Tree Stands, Rifle Caddy, and Tree Stand Buddy.
Hey everybody, Jeff Coyle here with The Edge. Sometimes we don't got a lot of turnaround time, so we're doing the switch over here. I just got back from elk hunting. We're switching it over, heading out mule deer hunting today. We got the phone call this morning. We weren't supposed to be down to the outfitter until this afternoon at 5. And he gave us a call first thing this morning and said, let's go, I'm on the mule deer. As soon as you guys can get here, we're hunting. And now I'm playing the holy crap, let's get ready game. Just got a brand new bag from Cabela's I'm pretty excited about. Everything I needed, all in one bag. Bingo. Boy, that would have been nice on our way to New Zealand. I think that's it. I'm on my way down to pick up my buddy Mike from his house, and then we're on our way to go hunting. We're headed out to southern Alberta to bow hunt some mule deer. How you doing, buddy? Good, how you doing? Yep, good to see you. So, you all fired up, ready to go? You betcha. Ready?
Ton of deer out there.
Already?
Stubble.
Shooter buck that's just below us. We're gonna try to make a play and get around him. We gotta get out of this wind right now. Our wind's blowing over. We're gonna make our way down. From what Mike says, there's 4 or 5 that continue to come out through this draw and feed down into this field. And when we were walking in, there was definitely a shooter. We had no way of getting to him. So the only way that we're gonna get a crack at him is if he comes to us. Right now, we've got Mike above. He's trying to do some spotting from above to see what's moving down our way. And all we can do is hope for the best. Done with elk hunting. Done for big mule.
I didn't see anything up here, so we're gonna go down along this road into the edge of the bush. There's 3 deer in there. Looks like there's a good buck. I think we got a chance if we can get along the edge of those trees. If we get to the edge of the trees and the sagebrush, we should be able to get a shot. Bigger one. It's a 4x3 with stickers.
We're gonna growl.
2-point kind of messed us up. He was curious. He was just curious. You know, he's coming to check out what we were. I turned around, like he was like 15 yards maybe. Today was a fantastic day. Couldn't ask for anything more, I don't think. Like, the reality of it was is we got here late this afternoon, thought we were gonna go do a little bit of scouting and hope for the best. And you know what? We found, you know, quite a few really good deer. Very much looking forward to tomorrow morning.
This segment brought to you by Jimbo's Archery and Black Gold.
Up at the crack of dawn here, getting ready. We have to wait for just a little bit more light because we're doing something different today. We're putting a boat in the river, and she's going to take us down a very shallow river that, you know, the game plan is to sit there and watch for the muleys that are coming in from the fields to bed down. Once we put them to bed, we'll put a stalk on them. So I'm pretty excited about today because I've never done anything like this before. I'm going to be relying a lot on Mike for his knowledge and experience, and we're going to see what happens. Well, we got up this morning, we got the boat in the water. Forecast today did not call for rain, and we definitely have some rain. I think we went from a 16% chance to 100% chance, we can tell you right now. And you know, we're just starting to spot some mule deer now. So essentially the mule deer are feeding up top, feeding through the night into the morning, and they're gonna come back down into their bedding areas here soon. So the way that Mike's got it set up is we're gonna be watching for this deer and where they bed, and find ourselves a big old nasty mule deer buck and see if we can't put a little bit of a play on him, I guess.
On him. Do a little killing.
Well, we found where they all were. Third one back looks not bad. Jesus. Only in Alberta can you be hunting from a boat, looking up into coulees for the morning to 2 feet of snow. We got a big muley that we just spotted up on the top of the hill here, so we're going to try to slide in behind them, see if we can't get within range.
Before the rush resumes, did you look actually behind another edge?
Just over this ridge. Just parked down below, right up. They're sitting right below this one. Really decent buck.
Being splits. Wait, when it goes up and splits again, it's a different pattern.
Just gonna move down and see where they go. That's a good whitetail. That's bigger than, that's a 150 plus whitetail right there. Well, I'm gonna be honest, the mule deer were above us. We wanted to get up to this point, and there ended up being an extra 2 bucks that I didn't know about, and there was a whitetail buck that came out. I believe he was a 5x5. I could hear the snow crunching, so we moved our way up, and when we got to this tree here, they were 70 yards from us. They had heard noise, so they were looking our way. that shot. But we got a bit of a swirling wind. It's 70 yards. I just didn't want to wound the animal, so I decided not to take a shot. He helped me by making that decision, by deciding to move back a little further. So that's it for this stalk, but it was some fun. You know, we went in with a great game plan, and wouldn't you know it, as soon as we started getting into place, we had a mule deer buck that just came down perfect, right where I wanted him to come to. And he was one of the smaller guys, a young deer. And right behind him was this great whitetail buck. Well, talk about putting yourself in a pickle, because here I am, I'm hunting mule deer, and this picket fence of a whitetail comes out, and I'm like, oh, like, you know, I gotta make a decision. Am I gonna hunt whitetail now, or am I gonna continue pursuing this big 4x4 with stickers all over the place? This big muley was less than 100 yards away from me, and I decided to stay with the mule deer. So we moved up a little bit. I made a little bit too much noise crunching the snow, so alerted them, they knew we were there. But I chose, at that point, he was 77 yards away from me, and I chose not to take the shot and to let him walk. And I'm feeling right now, I made the right decision. Happy with the way the hunt's gone so far. We're pretty pumped.
The Edge is brought to you by Rifle Caddy.
Well, here we are, we're out hunting the Alberta mule deer, and we hit Sunday. Sunday, unfortunately, we're not allowed to hunt in this particular zone. So I made the decision, it being Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend, that we were gonna drive and come visit my grandmother. Lucky enough for myself, both my kids, my wife and my mother have come up to visit my grandma today. They don't know we're coming. So we're gonna go in and surprise them and say hello and maybe enjoy a little Thanksgiving meal. Here we go. It's kind of fun because I haven't seen my grandma in a few months. Hello. How you doing, princess? Hi, grandma. How are you? It may not be turkey, but happy Thanksgiving. It's good to see you. I'm so happy I was able to take some time to see my family on Thanksgiving, and it ended up to be a nice little break from hunting. And even though we can't hunt today, after breakfast we decided to take the opportunity to go do a little scouting in the area. Couple chuck some bushes in there that they could go to, I guess. Eh? I wonder if that's where your big bucks are actually sitting during the day. Like if you look, there's a couple up top there. And it actually looks like there's something sitting in that one sage. It's such like perfect ground over there, eh? Like for them to just be hunkered up.
Wow.
You know, if you're gonna bow hunt and you're gonna bow hunt mule deer, you ain't gonna stalk in on your first deer and think you're going home with it. It's all about doing lots of stalks and trying out different techniques and different things. And you shoot that one. I'm gonna shoot that big 3x3. He's a tank. There you go, old boy. Have a good old last meal.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
He's split up top too, eh?
Yeah.
Man, has he got character. I'll tell you, I've only been hunting for a few days here with Mike, and it's been a lot of fun because, you know, you can get in on some exciting hunts and have a lot of excitement that happens in a matter of minutes. But what's fun about coming out here is there's just always something on the go. Like, it's really hard to go an hour without seeing something. And when you can sit here and do the spotting that we're doing right now and see, you know, just the quality of animals that are out here. This is a very healthy area, healthy population of mule deer, and it's just great to see. I haven't seen this type of population. I mean, I grew up in southern Alberta. You all seen my hometown hunt with Helgi. You know, I'm used to seeing a lot of deer, but this is a lot of deer with high quality, lots of bone up top, is what I can tell you. That's exciting. This is what we do it for. And I can't wait to get home, to get to bed, to wake up tomorrow morning. Well, with it being Sunday, you know, there's no hunting for us to do today, so today's been all about scouting. And you know, we came back to the area that we hunted on the very first day, and we've seen some good deer in there. And tonight has been phenomenal. You know, there's got to be 20 plus bucks out in this field right now. There's a big 3 out there. Boy, I tell you, if I got a crack at him, you know, I know a lot of guys are looking for the big 4x4, but he is a big 3x3. Super wide. He's got to have 30-inch main beams, like crazy. Happy with the way the hunt's gone so far. Very much looking forward to tomorrow morning.
This segment brought to you by Stealth Camp.
Bright and early. It's our last day here. As always, we save the best for the last. So we're going to try to make it happen today. We want to see if we can't put these deer to bed. We know where they were last night, where they were feeding. And it should be a good day. It's amazing when you have that many deer and, you know, when they all start to lie down, they just disappear. Like there's got to be 60 deer in that corner. And right now you can't see any of them. It's kind of cool. Well, we had a little action there. We moved over to check out another coulee and left Mike up watching the other deer on the other side. And I seen 6 bucks all together that decided that they were going for a little trot. So I tried to pinpoint the direction of where they were going and pick a coulee that I thought they were going to come up. And wouldn't you know it, I picked the right one. And we got to the top. And I seen horns, and so we got down. So we didn't have a lot of cover to hide behind or anything like that. I was starting to move forward a little bit to get behind a sage bush, and 10 feet away pops up the first buck, and he stood there and looked at us, and we got a great shot of him. But the unfortunate part is 2 of the bucks that were with the group separated somehow. So we had 4 come up towards us, and we had all 4 of the smaller bucks come up towards us. And the other 2 bigger bucks are somewhere in here, but they picked a different coulee. So it is what it is. It's the game we play, and we keep going. So when you got in there, how close did you get to any of the bucks?
Toggle. See what I can see. Right way over there.
I mean, they might cross the river, but they might come right back at us. Well, we made a play, and it didn't work. They were, the first 3 came by, and they didn't see us. And the last one was there, and I was trying to get in position so I could get the bow drawn back. I was ready, and just as I went to turn, he turned his head up to look straight at us, and that was it. He didn't give us any second chances. nothing. He busted out of there, took the rest of the group with him. It's disappointing, but part of this game. At the end of the day, we tried hard. We got in lots of great stalks. Definitely fall weather, it's cool, but you know, the brisk weather brings out a lot of animals, and that's one thing that we have seen is we've seen a lot of animals in the last couple days. It's been a fantastic trip. Unfortunately, none of the stalks that we got in on, you know, came with success, and depending on your opinion of success, you know, typically that's with a dead animal on the ground, but I can tell you that I had a lot of fun in the last couple days just putting in some stalks, seeing the scenery, and looking at a lot of really good mule deer. You know, if I had a few more days to go hunting, that would be fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't, but it's not the end of the season. I've got some time still, and we'll see if we can't get her done yet.
The Edge is brought to you by Browning, Vortex, Cabela's, Hornady, Jimbo's and Black Gold, Stealth Cam, Walker's Game Ear, Outdoor Edge, High Mountain Seasonings, Plano, Tenzing, Gold Tip Arrows, Driving Force, Prime Bows, G5 Broadheads, Grizz Targets, Hawk Tree Stands, Rifle Caddy, and Tree Stand Buddy.